just wait for people to come on. Sorry, not sorry. My nails are a mess, but there you go. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know if this is going to come out right because I've scribbled it down. Hey, and it'll probably be upside down back to front and I'll get distracted, but that's what happens, and especially when things come in, that's what happens. Hi, sweetie. Oh, shucks, I'll have to miss this, going to get a massage. I thought you said a massage soon. Don't feel too badly for me. Oh, no, I won't. Oh, a lovely massage. Yeah, you'll have to watch it after if you miss it, but that's okay. That's what's good about you can catch it after. I hope you resonate after as well. I just hope this comes out the right way round. Because I'm like, I've written it all down. I'm looking at it thinking, oh, yeah, you're here now. I'll give it a couple of minutes and then I'll start. And I've not done my cards for ages, and I did Oracle of Shadows and Light the other day, because it's all about the shadows and light people and all about the light coming. So I will show you what came out yesterday and what fell out today, which just goes in with the lovely, I can't remember the name now, the channel I'm going to talk about in a minute. It's Channel, when she says something today as well. Pull a card for my massage. I'll pull a quick card for your massage. And I'll pull one at the end for everybody. I've just got to make sure. Where's that gone? Oh, it's in the book. I'll just do it while I'm waiting. Oh. Ooh, you got this one. I can never say Angel de los Muertos. I don't know. Transitions to the spirit realm. Well, aren't we all transitioning to the spirit realm? Aren't we all from spirit? Yes. I can have a quick look while I'm just waiting for a few people to come in. I don't know if that resonates with you. Oh my God, I'm just about to say, the number 7 always follows me. I know that's 16, but 6 and 1 is 7. So, just saying. See if I can find the quick message in it. See, this is, 7 in the house. This is, the appearance in a reading signifies that you must not delay activating this lifetime's purpose. Her message is not only from those who have passed, which is funny because I'm going to be talking about that, but of the truth that you can activate your new life while you are still alive. Of course you can. It is no longer necessary to pass to recreate the life contracts people, and purpose you have. Do not wish to leave in order to start anew. Believe that this life is a constant process of creation and that you are at a point where you can end a pattern. It's all about patterns and cycles and ending them, which I'm going to be talking about tonight. Without ending this life, energy is changing, and I am going to be talking about the energy changing because everything is energy and how to deal with it. And the death is no longer the greatest reshaper. She comes to visit you now, so the fear of mortality passes, and so that you understand you can you can begin to rebirth yourself into a new life now. Isn't that what we're all doing, or have been doing? So that was quite a nice card, but I'll read the other cards out that I got yesterday, which is so significant with what's going on at the minute. Greetings, Dolly and Sweet Sea. Hi, Lisa Tooley. So I'm going to start because there's 12 in the house. You're all right. And I'll pull a card at the end for everybody anyway, so because I haven't done them for ages. Because it's that thing of, you don't have to do something because someone wants you to do something. You do something at the time because you want to do it. And this is about energies as well. And sometimes you say you're going to do something and you end up not doing it. And then you feel bad about it. But we've got to work around that. If your energy's down, you don't have to do something. Your energy's down because it's telling you to rest, recuperate. So I'm going to get going and talk about what I was going to talk about because it's going to be upside down. So just bear with me. You know what I'm like. Hi. Hi, everybody who's in. I'm going to try and not get distracted by chat because I won't get it out now. I don't know where to start. Hi. Last night, I went to bed, and it does take me ages to go to sleep sometimes. And I was sort of asking out there, you know, and I'd just like to say before, if anyone new comes in or watches this after, if you don't resonate with my channel, which I keep saying, then don't watch. You know, I don't need funny comments about anything. This is what I've said before, and people go, oh, give the love out to people. It's all about the love. It's like, yeah, it is. But if you're not resonating with a channel, go and find one you do resonate with. You know, that's what it's about. Otherwise, you're just trolling people for your benefit. Do you know what I mean? So just going to put that out there. If people are going to sit here thinking, what's she going on about? This is the understanding of people and people who don't understand. So they poo-hoo things that they don't, I'll say understand, not understand. Hi, JP, they don't understand. So they poo-hoo something because they either haven't experienced in it, don't sort of research it, choose not to research, or just choose to sort of stay asleep. So, you know, I like you. So thank you. So I'll get in there now. Like I said, if anyone's new, this will probably be muddled up and I'll probably keep flipping in and flipping out because I do get a bit distracted. So so I'm not going to come into chat for a bit because I'll get distracted, so you can talk with each other. Any taxes needed, you know, taxes needed, because that's an energy. When people say don't chuck people out, it's all right if you don't, you know, agree on everything. But if there's people coming in with bad energy, then they need to go, because it is an energy thing, and that's what we work off, and that's what I'm going to talk about now. So I went to bed last night, and I'm asking, you know, higher self. I like to say higher self. I got on there thinking maybe I shouldn't say that because other people go, oh, this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, that's how I understand it. So yeah, exactly. Don't resonate. Don't watch. Go somewhere else. So oh look, 16 and 7, and 6 and 1 makes 7. And 7's coming up in a minute because I'll be talking about that, number 7. So I put out there, I wanted a sign of validation of what I'm doing on here, and my art and stuff is, though I know it is anyway, the way I should be doing it, because there's many people out there, they're called starseed, light workers, whatever you are all one anyway. We are all one. Doing their own thing in their own way at the right time. And I've kept saying this for a bit now. You're doing what you're meant to do right now, whatever stage you're at, let's get that straight, whatever stage you're at, frequency, you're doing great, you know? Doesn't matter what stage you're at, you're doing it. So I just wanted a bit of validation, you know, because it's nice to see them things sometimes. So I go out in the garden, pegging the washing up this morning. Hi, Roxanne. And I showed Roxanne the globalist tonight the picture. I don't know if you could see it properly, but it was better in the sky than it was on camera. Oh, by the way, the person who made the silly comment about the pink cloud I put up the other day going, don't you ever look outside? There's lots of pink clouds. It was like, yes, I do look outside, and yes, I do know. The point being was, I might not have said, I think I did say actually, it was one pink cloud in the sky over my house, looking really odd. No other clouds. I know what a sunset looks like, so I just want to put that out there to people who don't understand. So I'm putting it out there. Yeah. So I go in the garden. I don't even think I can. I can try and show you this picture, but I don't think it's going to show on iPhone. You know, and people out there can laugh. It's like, it was for me. So I'm looking at the sky, at the chemtrails and stuff, but I'm going to talk about that after, because I have said this on my channel about what if it's something else. The lovely lady of the channel I'm going to speak about in a minute said the same thing. Liked and shared. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll see if I can find the picture, but I don't think you're going to be able to see it because it's very faint anyway, and it never looks good on camera, as people know when you're trying to take pictures of something quickly. When I looked up, it disappeared. They are, but it's clearing up over there, so, you know, but listen to what I'm going to say in a bit. Hi. So, where is it? Let me see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I don't think you are. You're not going to be able to see it. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Right. See this here? You can sort of see it. It looks like a dress, if I can get it at the right angle. Oh, it's a cloud. A dress here, a big wing, and there was a big wing here and a head. It looked like Can you see the head there? Wings. An angel. So that to me was my little messages, because you get messages all the time, different ways, not the way you think, when you're actually being mindful. If you've got your head stuck in a phone, being distracted, you ain't going to see anything, hear anything, see anything, or whatever. You get it in, you can get it in the sky, you can get it on vans going by, just someone says something. You get it in different ways. And like I said, you don't resonate, it doesn't matter. So that was one of them. Then I came across the love. Oh, I did have a dream as well about the bird Jack, who's quite quiet today. He was trying to break out of his cage. Now I see that as we're breaking out of the old structures, because we've been in a cage, haven't we? We've been in a cage. So anyway, the channel I was going to talk about was, because I don't think I wrote it down. I think it was, and she liked some of my comments just so she knows I've commented. Yeah, the clouds do tell us a lot. And that's why you're supposed to look up to the sky. Nobody does anymore. And the stars, because let me just say this now, because it's going to come back up. As above, so below. People get freaked out. In my alchemy book, all goes back to it, as I've said before. The map of the heavens is a map of earth, and those who can read the heavens will understand the workings of all things on earth. As above, so below. As within, so without. That will be coming up in further down the line, as I've always shouted this out. So I was watching the lovely, and I know some of you know about her channel, the lovely Higher Realm Holistic, I think it's just Higher Realm Holistic. Higher Realm Holistics. Beautiful woman. Sorry, I can't remember what her name is. Beautiful. Yeah, Higher Realm Holistics, thank you. So you know, so, and I hope there's not people distracting in here, because you're going to be talked about in a minute as well. So we've got Higher Realm Holistics. She's beautiful. I'm going to play one of the things, not show it. I'm just going to quickly put one up that you can hear it, because it's not long. But her channel is brilliant. And she validated something for me. She's not into pure politics, but she does talk about stuff that she gets in through her higher self, or whatever you want to call it. She does, or yeah, Veronica, sorry, yeah, automatic writing. Now, what some people might not know is I've been doing automatic writing when I didn't even know I was doing automatic writing. I've known I've been doing automatic writing, but not a few years back. And if you don't get what that is, it's I have notebooks and books at high level and books that I make myself, and I use them to write in. I'm saying it's very important to write things down in a book, because if you write online and it goes down, you're not going to have it. And this is just the proof in the pudding that I actually do stuff, because I think some people out there think I just say stuff and I don't do it. I actually do what I say I do. And everyone knows, when you've seen my books with drawings in like this, when I draw, I get words and have to write them in. That's how I do it, from your higher self. I'm not interested in people poo-hooing it and saying it's, because this is what I've realised I've been getting off people, not you lot in chat, oh, it's just you thinking you're doing that, this, that, and the other. Well, people would say that when they don't understand what's going on and how energies work. So, you know, I look back now, when was this? February. I did this lovely picture, wrote a load of stuff down about how I was feeling. Yeah, thank you, automatic writing. Sometimes you don't know you're doing it. Mine is, it works better in nature for me, but it can be just when I'm sat crafting normally, or in nature, as we know, grounding. And I can take a notebook out, and then all of a sudden, stuff comes in, and it's pretty fast when I write it down. That's why normally when I write it down, I read it back and I'm like, I can't read it properly. So I'm just going to read a little bit from February. This is the time we will begin to understand what we truly are, and see what is truly around us and have been for time. We are all connected and need each other. Just because we don't understand how things are or work, doesn't mean we can't begin to understand the truth of this world, to relearn and understand, understand, let's say, in light, love, and truth is power, power back to the people, freedom for humanity, and all that can love. I Oh, that was something else I put. I was saying something about light language, going on about light language. If people have seen the people who do the channels of light language. Oh, thank you, Mary. We all are. We're all doing it. I was talking about animal and earth energies and all spirits, and this is what I do. I draw these little pictures, elementals. If anyone remembers, I was talking about elementals, so I was drawing pictures of elementals, flowers, fairies, water elementals. So I did a mermaid. This is how I do it. Sometimes it's scruffy. It doesn't matter. It's a record. This was what I drew ages ago. Pyramid up, pyramid down. Spirit, earth, together makes a Merkaba. Together it's female and it's female divine and male divine energy. That's how I see it. Little pictures that I've drawn, things that I've drawn. So I'm just showing you the evidence of what I actually do. It's like a nutty professor's book full of stuff. Get the energetic space when you're cooking. It's when when you're doing stuff you love, like when I'm drawing, you might be cooking. That might be when your mind's calm, so things can come in. Pictures I was drawing because we are of the bodily, the heavens above, the heavenly bodies above affect our bodies below. The energies of the planets or whatever you want to say. Someone said, oh, you want a flat earth? Like, I don't know what shape it is. I'm just saying, against the globalists, it doesn't matter. We could be, if we're here, the centre of the universe, we are, because they try to make out we're not important. It doesn't mean that they're not spheres. They could still be spheres, realms, or whatever. Doesn't make, that's whatever. But, unity, collective consciousness, collective means every consciousness now and before ever was and ever will be, a bit like what David Icke says, because every consciousness that was here way back when, people going about Lemuria, people going about this, people going about that. Yes, Jupiter, yes, Jupiter is, because, hang on, ever was, comes into your consciousness as well. Yes, Jupiter, I keep forgetting. See, I have this diary, 2019, and I keep forgetting because I leave it around everywhere because I've got that many notebooks. But yes, see, and it does say that today, it says, Monday the 10th, the sun opposite Jupiter, and this really made me laugh, you may feel restless. This is a good little diary, by the way, because it gives you little, the moon phases and when, the planets are coming in, but also a little snippet of something. So today, it said, you may feel restless or undecided. Allow reason to triumph over emotions in business, because I'm thinking about my business, but let passions reign in love and art. I love my art. That's what I love. And the funny thing is, this is what we're going to be talking about, how these affect us and your month, your week, your day, your year. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And I've been having people saying it's not as above, so below. Yes, it is. In my realm, it is. So let's move forward with, I don't even know what I'm talking about. So anyway, when you can read the stars, I'm not saying I can read the stars, but we are supposed to look up, because like I just said, I'll just re-go over that. The map of the heavens is a map of earth, and those who can read the heavens will understand the working of all things on earth. The map of the heavens is a map of our body as well. There's a heavenly sort of body in the sky laid down. We all work off it. We all work off it. I've talked about this a couple of years ago, because if people don't know, people might be like, ooh, it's not black magic, guys. Yes, I had a book on a solitary witch. Why? Because make sure that the star's up, because the way reversed is upside down, and that is not the right way. But just because it goes on about manifesting, this is a really good book. But mainly because I love all the astrology stuff that is in that book. And then I've got my little alchemy book, same thing, turning lead to gold, golden age, because it's to do with transmuting, shifting energies, changing. The alchemy, that's what we're supposed to be doing with the energies. So I'll sort of talk about that in a minute, but it is, and that's why people have days of energy going up and down. It's like the Schumann resonance. We go up, we go down. Different, I might as well just say it now and I'll re-go over it. Different energies come off different planets. Some things have happened to some planets where it's been used, or the energy's been harnessed for the, let's say, the Luciferians or the dark side, or whatever you want to call them, whatever that side is. So what we've got to start learning is, and I know a lot of people know, yeah, Jupiter, yeah, is when the energies come in, they affect our bodies. So when you're saying you feel a bit crappy, yesterday you felt good, this, or next week or next month, it's because certain energies will come in and they'll go retrograde, and it's like they're coming in, they're pulling out. So when it's at its strongest, sometimes the energies are really good and you can manifest a lot and you're feeling really good and you've got lots of energy. Then when they go back, sometimes it's withdrawing, you might feel cack again. This is what we've got to learn to navigate around, transmute, transcend, or whatever you call it, or just navigate around. We have to be the master. Mastery. That's what it's about. So yes, I'll commit. Yeah. I love Santos. Yeah. So I knew this for a very long time, but I kept getting people putting things in my head that it was this, that, and the other. And I'm like, no, I got the go ahead today when I saw that little angel, and I listened to this woman. I was like, no, people are trying to put me off. I've always known that. You look back on my channel when I was doing Witchy Ways chats, which was nothing bad. It was a positive chat. People liked it. There is black magic out there, and the black magic is the dark side. It's energy, people. It's how you're having this energy. That's all it's about. They put you in fear with different symbols. I've talked about this before. It is energy. The Illuminati, the Masons, whatever you want to call them, those who have done stuff above a certain level, they know this. The reason why they use it is, they use our symbols as well, but they reverse everything, like the cross is upside down, the pentacle's upside down, the goat is a goat head the other way around, it's meant to be the other way around. Is all they're doing is it's the same energy, it's an energy, it's just energy, we're all energy, everything's energy, but they harnessed it to use it for bad. We're bringing it back in, using it for good. We're powerful as well. So, yeah, a lot of things use symbols, but it doesn't mean the bad. They reverse, it's mirror. Think about Q when he says mirror. And this lovely lady off, I can't remember the channel again. She talks about all this stuff, even saying about crossing the line and all this stuff I've talked about, even though she's not into Q, but she sees the stuff out there that's happening here. Because as I've said in past chats, we've won. It comes in on earth. We have won in heaven, the heavenly realms. Those energies have won. It has to manifest here. She also said about Trump, which I'm like, thank God, because I was going to see what she said about him. She said, Trump, she said something on the lines of, yes, he's been up the top, but he saw what was happening. He didn't step over the line. We know that. And another reason why we know that is QAnon, also said, because, he's in the plan anyway, and she said there's an alliance, and we know there's an alliance. They stepped over the line. You can go up and up and up and maybe do certain things, but like she says in a certain part of her videos, if you go and check her videos out, and I'll tell you which ones I was watching, but I just went down which ones I wanted to watch. I like because she took little bits out of the Bible. I'm not religious, but there are bits in the Bible that are true, but there's a lot of mixtures up in there of, they put half-truths in. What was I saying then? I've just lost my train of thought. The eating of blood and flesh of your own, which means human. Now, these do this. The people out there thinking, what's she talking about? Satanical, yes, they do rituals where they do drink blood and eat the meat of their own, us. So I've said this before to someone, and when she said it, I thought, oh my God, I said that. Yeah, not crossing the line. Then she said, don't come into chat saying, oh, but what about the people there's certain things in foods, like we know aborted babies and stuff, that they put in additives and all that. They put it in all sorts. So they're making us cannibal. Hi, Dave. I said to a person ages ago, yeah, that is horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. But the difference is, we didn't know. It's the people who knowingly knew what they were doing, if they're doing that to us, and they have done it themselves knowingly. If you don't know, just put for instance, right, if you believe in heaven and hell, and you're going to hell because you've done this terrible thing of eating like blood and flesh, and you're going to heaven if you haven't. You get a load of righteous people going, oh well, I haven't. Yes, but you have because they've put it in your food. Not really, because we didn't know about it. Knowingly, if you knew, because it could be in everything now, you know what I mean? You wouldn't do it, would you? Unless you wanted to, because you wanted to be for the dark side. So to me, they put blinkers on us. So to me, that isn't out of your own free will, is it? If you didn't know about it. And she said it brilliantly as well. And I thought, yes. So don't worry, you ain't going there because you didn't know about it. They're definitely going there because they knew knowingly what they've been doing. There's a difference with knowing and knowingly knowing you know than not knowing at all. If anyone gets what I'm saying. So that was all good. She also talked about the first one I saw was the spiritual warfare. I will shout out which ones I was watching. I'll show you which ones I'm watching. That's why I stay clear of Beyond the Meat stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm still on a bit of meat, but nothing near where I was because it is difficult for people. But it's like I said, don't worry too much. It's they got us into this, if you know what I mean. But we are shifting. Do you know what I mean? We're shifting with different things, and everyone's trying to do their own little shift to getting better with food and stuff. Even though it's hard, because even in the vegan side, you know, some of the organic stuff, they tried to put things in there. So they tried to get us on all sides. Do you know what I mean? But we're just trying to do our best, and that's all we can do at the minute. So Higher Realm Holistics, I'll just shout out the ones I was watching. You can go through the channel. If you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, you don't. That's what it's about. You don't go somewhere else. The light, what was it? The Light Worker Grids, I think it was, or the Light Worker Grind. That was good. We are in a spiritual war. That was brilliant because we have been in a spiritual war, and Q says that as well, as we all know. Warning: beware of the the false light, and I'm going to play that one. I'm just going to, so you can hear it. Vindication of the righteous, exposed of the wicked, and the overturn of Rod v. Wade or something it was. And I've also seen, I think there's a few others, but it was a the mirror one, which was brilliant, and I might show you that as well. Yeah. So I'll just go through what I sort of scribbled down. Probably won't remember everything, and I just called it the path because everyone's right where they need to be. Everyone is doing it. She goes on about light workers and the false light, which I'm going to play in a minute. What should a light worker look like? There's people out there and they call themselves spiritual, and this is the thing as well. There's a lot of people out there, you know, people call them woo-woo, this, that, and the other. But there's a lot of people who call themselves light workers, whatever, and they're not actually what they say they are. Now, in the Q realms, there is a guy in the UK that does a channel called yes, we know about the 4th of July, Dave. I'll throw that in at the end. And I've got something to say about JFK Jr. actually, so please remind me at the end because it was hilarious. It was so funny. I can't even believe I missed it. What a plank. But anyway, I'll talk about that right at the end because it still goes into the shining light and all that. But and people will say, Vincent Vendetta channel, if you haven't seen it on YouTube, does the Q stuff, but some people don't like it because he wears the mask, you know, the Vincent Vendetta mask. I've got one. And he does the automatic voice. Yes, I'll probably talk about that in a minute. Shroominati. Sort of the same thing. And what was I talking about then? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, false light. Because what did I say the channel was called? Oh, Vincent Vendetta channel. They don't like it because he's got an automatic voice now. He said he's not bothered. That's the way he does it, you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter because there's people out there who show the face on camera, walking the walk. They don't talk. What is it? Walking the walk. They talk the talk, they don't walk the walk. You know what I mean? They're false prophets. They're not even prophets, but you know what I mean? They're just false. The dark spells are being broken down. Yes, they are being broken down, as she said, as I believe in all that stuff anyway, as if you can check back on my channel a few years ago and you'll see all that. You know, I have a lot of crystals and things in the house, but yeah, we're creating, we're breaking down all those old energies that they put in place. Yeah, so I'll play that in a minute. So the spiritual war, but that's what I'm saying about light workers. What is one supposed to look like? I get people going, it's like you should be living in the holiness, and how do you think Jesus Christ was? And oh, you should be never saying this and never getting angry and never showing emotion and never swearing and never say that. That's never resonated with me. And I'll tell you why in a minute. And also, apparently, if Jesus, the embodiment of Jesus, came here, which I believe there was a guy that came to show the light, like many others who've, you know, been and gone. Apparently, he flipped over a table when he got angry. I don't think he was that person they tried to make out in the Bible like he was all holy, just sat in a corner and meditated and never got emotional about anything. Do you know what I mean? It's part of being human. That's how I see it anyway. Yeah, so what is a light worker supposed to look like? A light worker could look like a person in a white robe who sits meditating. A light worker, whatever you want to call it, a wise person, could look like somebody, it could look like a biker. There's a lot of bikers out there. People would look at them, oh, they judge a book by its cover, tattoos and a big beard, and they get on a bike. Some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. So you shouldn't judge a book by cover, and just because someone may be sat on YouTube looking all holy, holy, or what you think might look holy, holy, doesn't mean that they are. You could get someone coming on, you know, I'm not being funny, just for example, I get a bit passive aggressive. I know Fifth World, the lovely Fifth World, said she can still get angry. Hi, and I know the lovely T Taylor says she gets a bit thingy. We do. And it's all right. And that's what I'm beginning to see now. It's all right. It makes us feel bad that, I should be walking around in sandals and being like, oh, this, that, and the other, because it's not very loving. It is all your intentions, folks. It's what your intentions are inside. I've said before, you crack someone open like an egg, what are their essence? The shell on their outside might look like they're all holy and light. They might be talking perfectly. But there's a lot of that stuff they pump out there because it's another trap. It's another trap. So I'm just going to play this bit before I move on. She also talks about the pendulum swinging. I've talked about the pendulum swinging many times because once it swings that way, negative, it has to come back into positive. So just let's listen to this one if you've not heard it because it's quite short. I'm not going to show you. You can just listen to it because you can check the channel out. But, you know, brilliant. So this is called Warning, Beware of the False Light Bearers. Let's listen to this. Hello, awakened ones. And the 7's going to come up, by the way, because I've got 7 written down because 7 keeps following me everywhere. New sub. Hi. So we're just going to listen to this a minute of the lovely Higher Realm Holistics.
This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics again. I made 2 very important videos this morning that has to do with the translation of the revelation I had with Altabaran.
I know some of you have gone over and know this channel, and some of you might go over because I've pointed her out, but if you haven't, just listen to this. You can check it out again, but just listen to this because this can confuse people sometimes. So, like I said, it's beware of the false light bearers.
And the Daniel 12. Now, I just wanted to give you guys a serious dire warning, okay?
Right, hang on, I've just knocked it off by accident. Yeah, the lovely Veronica, she's great. I like her energy, I like the way she says it is, she's not afraid. You know, it's people putting you in fear.
Awakened ones, this is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics again. I made 2 very important videos this morning that has to do with the translation.
Exactly, no messing about. And I'm going to tell you my side on this of the no messing about stuff just after this. It's not long, so I'm just going to play it and not get distracted by chat.
Of the revelation I had with Altabaran and the Daniel 12. Now, I just wanted to give you guys a serious dire warning, okay?
Can you hear it?
When it comes to You know, be very aware of false light bearers. Be very aware of false light bearers, okay? False light bearers are the ones that come up behind you with their kind words, okay? With their
I'd just like to say I've had this a lot in the past. When I'm shining my light, when I'm in good energy, that's when they come like moths to the flame. You shine your light and the little moths come, don't they? I want to eat your clothes. I want to eat all your energy up because I feel crap about myself. Just saying.
concerns, their concerns and kind words. I was just really pushed to give out this warning. It's like I'm in the middle of putting stuff on the blog and everything like that, which I did. So you guys could go print out everything, including a great prayer to Archangel Michael. So I was told, no, really put this out because I caught on to it, but many might not. Okay? So beware of the false light bearers out there who come with their kind words. Not just kind words, but also the ones that come seeking help. But they're not really seeking your help. They're looking to cause strife, fear, doubt, and confusion in you. Okay? So are the ones with the so-called kind words. They're there to do the same. And if you're a public figure or someone who others...
Exactly. Energy vampires, energy moths. They come for the light. Some people, I think, don't know they're doing it sometimes because I do believe in the entities. If you're in open to it, they come in sometimes. But I've had it in the past. I've had it quite a lot.
Like say for myself, I guess I'm a public figure somewhat.
Definitely, James. Definitely.
When people put in a comment and they'll try to cast doubt on what you're saying, but they'll put it in such a kind way, like I am so concerned for you, or unsolicited advice. Oh, I see you have all these attachments. I'm just concerned for you. Oh, I have such fear for you. Now they may think, okay, she ain't gonna fall for it because she could smell the shit a mile away, but maybe some young person, somebody just coming into ascension or just awakening, they might fall for it, and I'll cast doubt on them and stop them in their divine mission because they won't get the messages they're going to hear from her. They'll just start to feel the fear. Okay?
There's only fear and love. Which side you
choose.
Keep
your nose sharp. That's all I gotta say, to smell the BS. Keep your nose sharp. Okay, guys? Their intentions are to cast fear, to trigger fear. Their intention is to trigger fear in you and in me, cast doubt, cast shame, and trigger strife within you. And have you say, oh my God, wasn't I talking to Archangel Michael? Wasn't I talking to a...
Yeah, she's the real deal and she's real. She's being her real self. Protect yourself. Tiger's like, yeah, I've got a little stone on today. I've got a thing at the door that I made once because your things that you make with intentions on are very powerful.
Real high being, Aldebaran, and
yeah, they do.
But this person, they're so passionate and have so much fear, and they sound concerned for me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not true. Even Jesus was tempted by the devil, right? For 40 days. Even Jesus had the devil coming over, trying to act like, cast doubt, trigger fear. All right, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Go within. Go within. Even if you've been listening to me and you say you vibe with what I'm saying. If I cause strife in you, go within. If I cause doubt and stuff that you thought that was true, go within. Go within. That's the number one thing I can say with you. Go within. And be very wary of people who want help, who say they want help from you. That's another thing. Be very wary of them. And again, the ones who sit there and give unsolicited advice. And it's especially, they come around when you are like on your highest high, when you're like, okay, I reached a certain point. Wow, I worked so hard for it. Here it is. I got all the confirmation. And then they turn around and say, oh, I fear for you. I really fear for you. God, you have attachments. You you have this, you have that, something's very wrong. I'm very scared of you because I care for you. Bullshit. Bullshit. Smell the shit. Smell the crap. It's a mind fuck. Okay?
I like the way
Even
she is.
say, in the 3D, let's take it out of the spiritual. You
And
know those
there's
people,
different people,
right?
and I'm
They
going to
call
talk
themselves
about that. There's
friends, concerned. They're so
light
concerned for
workers,
your well-being. Like, say you just got a job, or
narcissistic
you just started
people.
a new relationship. Oh my God, I
Been
met
there.
this guy and it's been so wonderful. Yeah, you better be careful. You know how it can get. You know how you can
Sage is
get.
good, Dave, as
Don't be
well.
fooled. Be careful. I'm saying it only because I care about you,
Mine's
girl.
up there.
I care about you, boy. That's why I'm saying it. I care about
Hi.
you. Yo, man, be careful. You know, I know she's fine. I know
Karma
she
is
has
real,
everything,
yeah.
but you know, you better be careful. You know how them fine ones are. You know? Very, very wary of that.
I
That's
don't
what I
like the
gotta
smell of
say,
it,
all
though.
right? Keep on your P's and Q's because they're gonna come out of the woodworks. False light bearers. All right? Lady feet out. We got this. Bye.
Yeah, it stinks. So, false light bearers. And the thing is, I see it now as I used to think ages ago, oh, well, you have to be all holy, holy, and all loving in the words and everything. But now I see it as this is how my brain works. So you have people like, you have films like Lord of the Rings and the Avengers. Let's take Lord of the Rings. You've got, Gandalf, and you've got the White Wizard, remember? You've got the dark side and the light side. There's black magic and white magic. So don't get freaked out. So what does falsely mean? So oh, you're from Italy. Hello. How are the yellow vests doing over there? Oh, Macron. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Oof. Anyway. Yeah, so think of Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, things like we've had Trump over, things like Avengers, the films. Now they're in a war. And what's the last one called? If you can't speak English, you're gonna have to have a taxi, folks, because I don't know what you're talking about. Exactly. Taxis, please, they're trolling. Because you can tell by they're putting pizza in, so we know what that means. So if there's any people there out, if you can't come and speak English, we don't know what you're saying, you will be chucked out just because we don't know what you're saying. So, so keep on that spanners out there. So yeah, so think of like, you've got Gandalf and all that, you've got all the elves and all this, that, and the other. Then you've got the Avengers, you've got the Hulk, who was a bit mad, got a bit angry, and all that sort of stuff. And then you've got the ones that are a bit softer, the ones that are a bit more, come on, yeah. But when they were in the fight for humanity, basically, yeah, Gandalf, I love Gandalf, Gandalf. When they were in the fight in all these films, these different races, let's say, of different races on the realm, all came together to fight the evil. We'll put the labels out there, good and the bad, didn't they? They all came down from the mountains, they all did this, they all came together. So I see it like, if you want to talk about light workers, because that's what we all are anyway, doing it, people woke up here, people woke up there. We couldn't all wake up together because it had just been horrendous, so it would be proper chaos. That's why Q does it the way he's done it, because it's to be less chaos. You can't, if you all woke up at the same time, no one could help each other because you wouldn't know what was going on. So to me, there's different light workers. There's those that sit and meditate, in the mountains. There's those that sit and meditate, doing all that. Brilliant. There's those that work with the grids, the ley lines, the energy, dancing, doing whatever, playing. Brilliant. There's those of us that do it a different way. We'll get out and open our mouths, just like Veronica there on her channel. She sort of said that we'll get out and we'll shout it out, and we're not afraid of being the more bolshy ones that are still doing stuff in our own way, still doing bits of meditation. I do it through my art. I don't sit there. I do sometimes. I do it through my hooping. I do it in different ways. But some of the soft ones, let's say, are not interested in this side of it. Even Veronica has said she's not interested in the politics and all that, but what she's saying still links up with Q and Trump, and she's even said, like before, Trump didn't cross the line, like Q says. they cross the line. So to me, it's like there's different people. If there wasn't the bolshy ones doing what we're doing now at this time now, those people who were sitting meditating wouldn't be able to do it, because whether people sit there and say it's not important, go within thyself, yes, but that over there isn't important. Well, it is. It is important because we're still residing in earth. The heavenly bodies, we work together. I've shouted this out so many times. That's what we are a part of. Spirit is coming back in. She even talked about chemtrails and the clouds. I said the other day, and I even said to Roxanne Globalist tonight, do you know what? Looking at the skies lately, it's like, yeah, we have had chemtrails, but I also think there's something out there clouding something, because it is a blanket of, I call it the blanket of smog. What is that? Not seen it before because we didn't have chemtrails way back, but I'm on the thinking of Weller's light ships, because I saw something weird the other day with a shape. I have seen a circle behind the clouds. I don't know if it was last summer, as if something's either protecting us or keeping us seeing certain stuff at the minute, because there's certain things around the sun and coming out and energies and everything going on. So who knows? I don't think it's always all bad all the time. And when Trump has tweeted out up and he's talking about the chemtrail skies and this, that and the other, and then we have Space Force and all that sort of stuff. So who knows? It's very exciting. Also, yeah, everything she's been saying is, check out that link. Which link? What link is it? Is it Veronica? Everything she's been saying is true. But this is what I've been saying, and this is why I've so resonated with her channel. She talks as it is. She was a doctor or nurse or something. She knows stuff. She's seen stuff. She talks about the same things I've talked about. It is the energy. So when people are saying, oh God, I'm feeling really down, and last week I was really good, it's because we're going with the flow of the energies above. It affects us. What we've got to learn to do is, when we know there's a certain planetary energy coming in, where's that book? So if you can get little diaries or look up what energies are coming in, you'll know to either navigate around it, or, like I said, if you're feeling very tired and you've promised someone, for example, you're going out and you really don't feel like it, and sometimes we've all done it where you think, oh, I'll just go out, I really don't feel like it and feel really tired, but just to make them happy. So you need to start learning to say no. It's your body telling you these energies are coming in. It's telling you to relax. Otherwise, this is how you can make yourself feel, and start lowering your energy and, stuff like that. When they're very high, this is when we manifest. When they're very high, certain things can be in for money, for love, for certain things. So this is when we manifest these things. It's already said that this year is very high for manifesting, and you can tell because lots of things are happening. I've been manifesting. It's coming in quite quick. When you think it's there, it's like, huh? When you ask, but it's working with those energies. So sometimes you manifest quicker because a certain energy is coming in for that, and sometimes you don't. So when you think about it, the Schumann resonance, manifest destiny, the Schumann resonance, that sort of looks like this. Like that frequency wave, because we are all frequency. Hi, lifting the lid. I'll meet up group meetings. Oh yeah, check that out. Where lifting the lid, lovely lifting the lid's put in there. When the Schumann resonance goes like this, the Schumann resonance is the energy of Earth, which we're also connected to the realm, Mother Earth. So we go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. We've just got to go with the flow. When we're up. Get a lot of things done when you're up because you've got more energy. Put out them intentions out there because it'll work more. When we go down, that's when we rest. That's when we hibernate. That's when we think, I'm going to do some relaxing things. I'm not going to take it too seriously. I'm just going to chill. This is what you need to learn what to do. So this is when I've been saying, hi, you must, if you're going to watch things on YouTube, TV, whatever you're doing, please, 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 Ascension Symptoms Ascension Symptoms as well, shiny hands, is, I've always said this, I say it all the time, go to the places you resonate with. If you marry me, I'll buy you a new one up. You talk about a car. watch people that you resonate with, watch people that build you up, watch people that bring you up in positivity, watch people that make you feel good or do the things that make you feel good, because otherwise you're going to be in a lower energy. So when them lower energies hit, you're going to feel even worse. You're going to feel even worse. And this is what I was saying about, I'm not even reading off this now. Let me see, just let me go off on one because I need to go in the Peter Pan chat as well. Yeah, so like any game, it's a spiritual war. It's a spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war, as we all know. But they're losing and they know this, so they're throwing everything out there they can. There's been so many deaths all over the world at the minute, in the US. Hillary Clinton's brothers died or gone missing, lots of suicides, because they know what's coming. They know what's coming. But you think of it, it's a game. Yes, it is a game. But the thing is, you know, oh, what was I saying about the game? Oh, yeah, this sort of goes into light workers again. If it's a game, like I said before, if it's a game of chess, you have the pawns. We know about that. People who are being used in this, that, and the other. We have all that on the side of the game, but the side on the light workers and the people that are doing it, you have side of the game, but the side on the light workers and the people that are doing it, you have in games, like I wouldn't know what to say about football or basketball or whatever, but you'll have the ones who are like, we're in a team, yeah, going against the other team, good and bad, if you want to see it like that, dark and light, if we have to put a label on it. You've got I'm going to get this totally wrong, like that, dark and light, if we have to put a label on it. You've got I'm going to get this totally wrong because I don't know who's what in football or anything, but I don't know, basketball, you've got I don't know who's what in football or anything, but I don't know, basketball, you've got I don't even know what we're talking about. The ones in defender, the ones in the wings, the ones that do this bit, that you might not think that person does enough, like, as much, but they do. But you're all important. You're all doing your bit, because without all of us doing the little bits and with the cogs working, it wouldn't all work, would it? So you might be a little cog and you might be a big cog. But I don't think you're all almighty because you're a big cog and you're a little cog. We're all fitting together, and then it makes it function properly, doesn't it? So as much as you might think, oh, I'm not doing a lot, you are doing what you're meant to do. Whether you feel small, you're only doing something small, it doesn't matter to people who you might be watching thinking, wow, they're doing a lot. You're all part of it, and it doesn't work without us all doing our bit, yeah? Doing our little cogs. I don't know why that's just came in, but that's how I see it. So, and I do see Earth as a clock, and we have our stars, our stars over the top, and our planets. Now people say, oh, but you're into flat earth. I'm not a flat earther, I'd say. I'm a globalist denier. I don't know what shape it is, but what I will say is, just because I'll say planets, because people say, but if you believe in flat earth, there's planets, so what? They can still be planets. NASA put truth out there and lies. It's all mixed up, you know what I'm saying? They'd have to put half truths out there. But what I'm saying is, why do they say 7 days of the week, 7 rays of light, the 7 colours of the rainbow, 7 days, did I say 7 days of the week? 7 days of the week, where's my numbers? All that sort of stuff, because 7 wonders of the world, because 7 days of the week, if you don't know, are actually stand for 7 planets, the 7 heavenly bodies. So also on your day, is Mars Monday? It should be in this book actually, those energies of those planets you can use on them days to manifest. Is it starting to make sense to people who don't know? Who don't believe in the as above, so below? It's the bodies above, the heavenly bodies, if you want to call them. The sentient beings, their energy, they're alive. We go off that energy as well. We work off it. So it's funny when you think of that 7 days of the week, 7 rays of the sun, 7 colours of the rainbow, 7 wonders of the world, Yeah, yeah. They're trying to start World War III. It's what they're trying to do, but it's not going to happen. They think there's shit happening, but it ain't going to happen. They know they're going down. They're trying to push everything out there they can. But that's why Q said ages ago, they're letting them do it. So they're running out of ammunition. They're running out of finances. Once it's gone, it's gone. 17 thumbs up, 18 thumbs up. if anyone gets what I'm saying. What is the topic? I don't know, it's random. Pelagians is, yes, and the Pelagians is 7-star, right, yeah. And if people even think that that's batshit crazy, it's like all the consciousness, all the beings that were before, when you pass, you're into it, it's energy, it's all energy coming in. So when people say they're channeling, they're automatic, right, you're getting, to me, it doesn't matter if no one else believes in this, this is what I believe in. So I'm not, I don't mean people in chat, I'm not bothered about what other people think. It's true to me, is those energies will come in, those frequencies will come in, and you'll collect it. You know, when people talk about oh, what's it called, the Akashic record and all that ever was is there, and it comes in when you're tuned into it. So it's like in my little book. Where is it? That's why I say it's good to keep a diary. Energy Wars, exactly. Bloody Star Wars. Let me see. I wrote something about it. Oh, I did do this picture. Here's another nice little picture. When I just wrote down, you are the wizard of your reality, wisdom wise and the knowing of the old ways, one returning. Remember who you really are, a powerful energy force. I wrote that in, I don't know when I did that, because that's what we are. That's what they were trying to hide from us. Higher self gives us info into our minds, downloads, uploads, whatever you call them, subconsciousness, all that sort of stuff. A lot of trauma wakes you up. What was I just saying then? What was I looking in my book for? Yeah, we have one. It's just manifesting here. Something about... Oh, I can't remember what I was going to say. What was it? We are ascending very soon. Yeah. Yeah, it is waking up. That's what ascending is. That was on Tartaria. We've got the ether. Planets, see through the veil, the planets. I was put seeing through the veil of the material world, of which even the visible stars are a part, and something else on there, can't even know. Oh, I was about to say something and I can't remember. Something about Palladians. Can't remember what it was. But it all works off that. Been loving the artwork, Dolly. Been watching. I'm doing the best with what I have. Yeah, true light. Yeah. So she also said, just others may not see or hear. Oh yeah, this thing about like 33 watching. Wow, 33 Christ consciousness. 33 means a lot of things. Is when I'm talking, oh, he is, yeah, I'm going to talk about JFK Jr. at the end because I've got to show you a picture. I couldn't stop laughing. I could not stop, I didn't even see it, I could not stop laughing. You might know what it is. It's so funny. And Trump's already talking about NASA and the moon and Mars and all this, and it's really funny. When people come on YouTube and say, oh, I got a vision, or I got downloads, or automatic writing, and people go, ugh, it's like, I think people get jealous sometimes because they're either not seeing it, not hearing it. The reason why they're not doing this, so they'll poo-hoo it and call people, is because they're not tuned in. If you're not tuned into a frequency, you're not going to get it. Sometimes you can get all of them. Yeah, Jack, we know. Yes. Yeah. But once you start waking up, you'll start tuning in. I've been having really... Let's see if anyone's had this. We all know about the shininess, and I've showed it anyway. Ringing in the ears, headaches. Yeah, it's Jack. Is anyone having eyes? I'm seeing wavering. Like, it's this things keep floating past here, and I'm like, wavering. Yeah, he's on that frequency, aren't you, Jack? He's been quite quiet. I went to the park today and there's all this stuff floating about. I keep seeing this white stuff floating about everywhere. I'm like, what? And this little bug, I wish I could took a picture of it, just went past me like that. It was tiny and sat on the fence behind me. And I looked at it and I thought, I wish I took a picture. It was the weirdest thing. I've never seen one before. It was green. It looked like a cricket, but it wasn't. But it looked like a... It was really cute as well. It had a nice little face. I don't know what it was. This little green thing. And I was like, what's that? I saw a squirrel in the garden today, squirrel on the park bumblebees, big fat bumblebees. So don't tell me that they're all getting extinct, because to tell you what, they're coming back. Loads of birds are in the garden. A pigeon has decided to move in because it's always sat in the grass in the morning. Bumblebees are always at the window, big fat ones. Yes, I like Santos Bonici. Yeah, I've talked about him before. Yeah, he's brilliant. Waves on water dancing. Yeah, and water's more than people know. Dr. Emoto, water is more than you know. You put your intentions on water. Be like water. I call it crystal fluid. Holds frequency and light. It's more than people understand what it is. Yeah, and it's just like, I don't even know what I was talking about then. What else? So people shouldn't poo-hoo stuff just because they don't understand it, because they're not seeing it. Some people get jealous, so they start calling people. Well, if you were getting on a high frequency, things might start coming in. My knees have got better now. I had really bad knees. And obviously the more healthy you try to eat and drink and stuff like that, the better. Oh, she also did a talk on the sexual thing, as in what that's all about in the porn industry, as we know. And I said that, who did that the other day? Vincent Vendetta channel talked about lust. People don't understand about that, because sex is one of a really, really big, powerful energy. And if it's used the wrong way, it's going to bring the wrong things in. You know what? I was thinking of a praying mantis, right? Even though it wasn't, because it was about that big. But it looked like, its face looked like a praying mantis, like a little, and it was just looking at me like, and I was looking at it thinking, oh my God, it's really cute. And you have them praying mantis beings out there. But see, when people talk about that, is energies are coming in. The energy. So when people talk about spirit and people who have passed, yeah, a baby, well, it might have been, spirits have passed and people poo-hoo that. It's like, when you pass, I believe you go back to energy. So your energy still resides, and that energy can come in on a frequency. So when people are on that frequency, they can get their messages. That's how I see it. People don't resonate, that is fine. I'm going to do a vision quest soon, I think. Mama's calling. What else? Oh yeah, about knowing thyself. So I like that people go on about know thyself. There's someone who kept saying it to me. And I was like, look, I do know myself. How can someone else say to you, you don't know yourself? I mean, what? I know myself. Someone saying, you get a bit angry with stuff. Yeah, I do. I'm not being false about it. I say on here, I get passive aggressive sometimes if I'm thinking, you're just not seeing. You're just not seeing when I'm trying to bring a bit of hope to the world. Yeah, hope's the wrong word. Belief is the wrong word. It's a feeling. Everything is a feeling. You feel energy. And that's why I say, when I say about other stuff I talk about, I go, it's not a thing because someone else is saying it. Yes, I've looked at it and I've researched it, but I get a feeling and it's here. It's here. Like, it's here. Yeah, passion. I mean, some people say it's not passion because the words are twisted. We all know that. There's labels, and that's why people get so... That's why we're all fighting, basically. Because people will say, I'll say, we got hijacked. Other people say, no, we got controlled. No, we got, whatever. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Ascension, the event. What else do they call it? The ascension, the event. There's all sorts of different communities put different things out. Hi. It's all the same thing. Ascension, the event, all of that everyone puts out there is remembering and waking up, basically. We're residing here, but we're going to make a new world because we're pumping it out there. We're all doing it differently. We're all different, but we're all one. But we all have different personalities. That's why I said before with the Avengers, you've got the Hulk who's like, I'm angry. But he's on the right side though, isn't he? He's trying to hone that anger in. The Hulk tries to hone it in, but he gets triggered. We get triggered, some of us. Some of us get triggered easier than others because we all have different personalities. But it's your essence and it's your intentions. And that's why I say Trump and the wall. That wall is more than people understand what that wall is. It's not just a wall of keeping certain people out that are doing horrible things. Even if there wasn't a wall and he was saying there's a wall, it's also protection from above. As he was tweeting out, I can't remember what it's about. When Prince Charles, he was saying about clear skies and clear waters, he's talking about the chemtrails and all that. When he talks about the wall, he's talking about all sides of protection. People don't understand because people who don't sort of look into the drops don't understand when he's tweeting about stuff. But it means different things. And people will say, "Wow, well, we don't need walls because we're all supposed to be one and no one owns anything." At the minute we do. Because there is those people out there who don't give a shit. And they have stepped over that line. And they do. I have to trust Trump. I do. But that's your perspective. That's fine. You know, a lot of people follow mainstream media, say they're not following mainstream media, and they're actually regurgitating what mainstream media are saying about him. But that's all good. It's like Veronica said, he's been up there, but he never stepped over the line. And just like you said, it's those that stepped over the line. You can get to certain levels, step over the line with the kids. It's all about the kids. Like this gender stuff, like Veronica was saying, like most of us know, they're bringing it in to make it all right. Even with the gay movement, I'm sorry, with the LGBL, whatever it's called, they're being used. Lots of those communities out there are being used to bring other things in. Like she said, they want to put a plus sign on it, which will be a P, which means paedophilia. So when they're shoving it in your face all the time, if you want to be that, that's fanfare. And like she said, back in the day, it wasn't transgender, it was transsexual because it's about your sex, not transgender. There's people out there saying now that they're a dog gender or whatever. No, it's to bring the other thing in so you consent into it. Every time you're like, oh yeah, this is trendy, you consent into it. And then they bring in paedophilia and then you'll be all right with that because that's what's been going on. But when you don't look, you don't see. Those who have realised, see realise. So, you know. Oh, can't wait for Mount Rushmore. See, I've veered off now. Oh, I put that in the end with JFK Jr. Anyway. Yeah, she also talks about the pendulum swing. The transgender thing's terrible, what they're doing to the kids. And people out there, sheeple, don't understand what's going on. Oh, it's trendy. I want my kid to be this. Let's get all the... No, it's not. There's a reason why they're doing it. And people in their movements don't realise. I'm not getting at you. It's just some people don't realise you're being used. You are being used. Child trafficking and everything, exactly. They stepped over the line with the kids because everything they're doing, they're going for our kids, just like Veronica said. Most of us know this anyway, going over it. But also, she also talked enough about that because we know about that, you know, we're doing it. The Alliance is doing it. She talks about the Alliance, and she says the White Hats, but she doesn't follow all that. And we're like, there is an Alliance in, there's always been an Alliance in, but the reason why it's got out quicker now is because of the internet. They didn't think this would happen. Tough, because it is. And you can't stop it. She talks about the pendulum. I've always talked about the pendulum swing. It can only be out of whack and it gets up here. Which way is it going to swing? It's got to swing back. They're using everything they've got. We're using everything we've got. And believe me, we've got more. They knew there's not a lot of them. They use people. But that's all fallen if you've not seen Suicide Weekend and all the stuff going on. And people talking out because they know that old guard is falling. The old guard is old energy. Yeah, it's the Baphomet agenda. Of course it is. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer. It's old. The old guard's old energy. People are going on about, fear mongering. The Mama Stay. Hi. They're all going, oh, well, the economy's going to fall. They've just put that out over here because of fear mongering again. You're either in fear or love. Simple. The economy's going to fall and all this. The Alliance have been in for a very long time. What they do is they go from the bottom to the top, right? So when they're putting new people in the Federal Reserve, because they already have done, when they put Kavanaugh in and the new ones that they're putting in, they're taking the evil Ginsburg out, who was asking for, she said paedophilia was good, and everyone sits there, Democrats like, oh yeah, that's all right. She was bringing in paedophilia and bestiality. Hello, anybody? Wake up. So that's why they're getting rid of her. So when they put the new people in, and people go, oh, it's just the other side of the coin. Yeah, it used to be. That's what they used to do. This time, it's not. It's being played out here. As on earth as it is in heaven. That's what's happening. Though the Pope tried to say something different. Look what's happening to the Pope at the minute. It's all being played out. That's why Q says get your popcorn out. That's why I don't go on about it too much now. Get your popcorn out and watch it. It's done. It's done. So, yeah, the pendulum has to swing back. So that's what she said. That's what you can go and find out. That is what she said. So when they're putting new people in, worldwide, by the way, in those higher ups because they're coming out and they're losing the money, these things aren't going to happen because they've got the people in place. They knew this was going to happen, so they had to get them people in place. They didn't just do it 2 years ago when Q came in. It's been in the plan for ages. So we're sneakily getting them people in. So it's not going to fall. Yeah, a few things might happen because they're not giving up the fight. They'll do it to the death, believe me. But I don't understand why people can't think. If you're putting a plan in place that's been in plan for years, I think you'd know what you were doing. You're not going to not put people in them places. So if it's about to fall, it falls. Even if YouTube went off, something else will come on, and they've been trying to do it. We all know that. So just saying, they did drop. They did drop the age to the sexual consent. She was trying to drop it to the age of 12, and then it would have gone lower and lower, like we all know. You know, because people don't think it's wrong. Like some people in different communities don't think it's wrong to have sex with children. Yes, it is. But then again, you've got people from other countries that don't think it's wrong because that's how they've been taught. So, you know, it's one of them. But, yeah. Oh, Revel, what have you been doing? So, just saying, but like I've said again, it's the pendulums are swinging. We win. We've won, but it's all being played out. So yes, there is a bit of chaos. Lots of false flags out there. Lots of crap they're trying to distract you with. The royal family, they've just reported today something about the Queen. Have you heard this? Just let me get this up. Now, how they do it for the people who don't know is the news will put something out, like for instance at the royal family. You look at the news on your phone, watch what's been going on for months and months and months. It's been the royals, Egypt, NASA, loads of stuff. But the minute, the royals have been in a lot, haven't they? The royals have been in a lot. Yeah, exactly. You don't need a wall if it's all resolved because the good people won't want to be killing people and raping kids and doing all this. But this is what I said, we need a wall for the meantime because those people they've not all been dealt with yet. But they are being dealt with. The mainstream media aren't going to tell you that. So when you go on your phone and you go on the side and you see the news, I've noticed lately it's always the royals, and all the other shit that's going on. But anyway, royal shock, right? Let's just go into the royal shock. You know, Trump's been over, don't forget. Royal shock. Queen and Prince Philip miles apart as Duke live separate lives. They've been living separate lives. By the way, have you seen his face with the black eye? You know what I'm saying? Black eye. What they do is they make these crappy stories up. Load of bollocks, basically, because they're trying to make a story up. So what if they say they're splitting up or something mad's going to come out? I bet you any money it is. Like Meghan. Oh, I want to leave the UK. Bet you do. Something will happen because they did say they were thinking of moving to New Zealand. Yeah, because we don't need you anymore and you've got to dilute the royal family up. So they've got to throw the crap out there to get it in people's head. Oh, look what's happening. So if something does happen like they split us, I don't know how they're going to put their story out there. They know what's going on, but they've got to put their bullshit story out there for the sheeple. You know, whatever. We know what's really going on. You can carry on with your bullshit story. Like Trump said the other week, see what the media say about this, but they can put out there what they want and believe what they want because we all know what's going on behind the scenes. So you carry on with your bullshit stories because we're all like, I got the popcorn. Have you got your popcorn? Just saying. Yeah, the Walshaw works for the Vatican child abuse. Yeah, and there's loads of stuff coming out about priests and stuff like this. That's another thing about the false light. Not saying all churches like that, but we know there's a lot of priests and things out there who are not what they say they are. And it's in every religion as well, as we all know. So, like I said, that's why Q said ages ago there's going to be a lot of people who are going to have a brain fart, bigger than a brain fart, when all the stuff drops, or who are just beginning to wake up like we did, because, you know, they're putting their trust in some people, you know, that look all holy, and they're not. Just like the Pope. Yes, I see. Well, this is what people don't understand about the EU is they freak out going, we're not going to be able to travel in Some girls said, we're not going to be able to get makeup cheap because if we're not with the EU, who gives us stuff? We'll be with the US because they're trading with every country. So forget you lot. We don't mean the people, by the way. We mean the government and all that. We don't mean the people. Yes, we are going to be travelling and we are going to be trading because if they don't, they're going to lose out because everyone's going with America. That's what they're doing. And they know this. They know this. Yeah, Luciferian chaos magic. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, war works for Israel, war works for Russia, etc. Ignorance is not bliss. Exactly. So the people who say they don't care and go sit over there and meditate and don't look there and we shouldn't be having a wall. We're all one. Hey, at the minute we do need a bloody wall. Yes, we do. If you're that ignorant to not think that there's people getting murdered and raped, whether you think like, oh, but we're spiritual beings. Yeah, we are, but we are also human as well. We don't want this happening. To me, it's like, well, if we came here to play the game, we got hijacked, so we're not playing it in the harmonious way that we were meant to play it the proper way. So if people are getting traumatized and murdered and raped and all this horrible stuff before their time that they're supposed to go naturally or the way we play the game, that isn't a right game, is it? You're having your game player shut down, taken out early when that's not what's supposed to happen. So no, we don't want that because everyone's supposed to experience their game in their way of what they love. So this is where I go into the Peter Pan thing. Bye, Lisa. So the Peter Pan thing, the chat I was meant to be doing, it's just a little one, is Peter Pan. People say, grow up. Why have we got to grow up? Yes, we do have to have responsibilities in the 3D here. There's no sort of getting away from that in a sense at the minute. Anyway, but what I mean by Peter Pan is, if you're feeling down, remember what you loved to do as a child and go and do it. What did you love as a child? When you were a child, you didn't think much. You just went out and played. You used your imagination. Your imagination is so powerful. So powerful. That's what they're taking away from the children. Sexualising the children. Getting them doing this at younger and younger with nurseries and schools, work, sit, and all that. Your imagination is so powerful. It's part of what we're supposed to use. So we used to play, imagination time. What was your biggest thing, anyone in chat, you loved doing as a kid? Mine was, funny enough, art. I used to watch Blue Peter. I used to get excited about, what they're making. Mine was art, so that's what I need to do now. That's what I loved as a child. That's what I need to go back, be Peter Pan. Making rose and flower potions. Yeah. Hey, rose is a higher frequency and rose water is brilliant. I make it sometimes. It's brilliant for your skin and your hair. I rinsed my hair in some rose water the other day, but you can make your own. Making rose flowers. So suck the trolls who think they're invisible when they are very visible. I know, you get a lot. That's what I'm saying. Pooh-hoo, go away. Making music, seeing you're doing that. You've got to do what you once loved. You grow up and they want you to forget. Peter Pan was remembering. What was the Peter Pan thing? Third star from the right, the left or whatever, to Never Neverland. Never Neverland, what the dream world, the place that we go. We do a lot of our work in a dream state. We don't remember all the time. Horse riding, crafting and getting lost in the woods. Do you do any of that now? Yeah, I used to get lost in the woods. We used to play in the woods a lot. It was brilliant. I love woods. The bluebells and just think, even if it's something you can't do, the woods, if you don't go back to those places that you loved doing when you were a kid. Yeah, it will make your heart sing. Get back to that Peter Pan state, I call it. You know, we're not meant to grow up. Why are we meant to grow up? Yeah, be like a child. Childlike. It is. That's why they go for the children. They're taking the essence. Yeah, played by the ocean, exactly. It was wherever you resonate, you could resonate. The sea, the water's brilliant. The woods, it's the elements and stuff, the energies of where you reside. Some people like the sea, some people don't. Dolly, it's funny you say that last track I made was Half Asleep for Jenny Moonstone. Exactly. That's why it's trying to remember your dreams is brilliant, the messages that you get. Yeah, never forget to nourish it in a chat. Exactly, and we do forget because they want us to forget. We're remembering again. Never Neverland. We're remembering. They don't want you to go back to that time of imagination. That's why they go for the kid. Yeah, Lego. They go for the kids. They go. That's why they're bringing sexualizing them all, bringing all this stuff in with celebrities, this, that, and the other, because they don't want them to use the imagination and the innocence. Innocence is very powerful. You know nothing when you come out as a baby. Everything is programmed onto you. Hating, race on race, and all that. Everything. If a child just came out and nothing was sort of said and it just learned its own way, it would just, like Finn said the other day, I'm going to do it now, can I blow the candle out? He means the incense sticks that I have. I said, yeah. And he just said, I said, what are you going to make a wish for? And he said, I love my mummy, I love my mummy, I love the world and love for the world. I was like, brilliant, Finn. That's great, you know? Because I'm trying to tell him that, don't get me wrong, he's a bugger at times, he's a boy, do you know what I mean? Hard work, but he's got that soft side to him because we're all bringing in the male divine energy, the female divine energy. Everyone's getting confused. It is merging and we're holding it together. It's learning how to hold it together. Your ego and all that, people go on about your ego. The ego is always going to be there, and it does sort of keep us safe at sometimes. It's just balancing it out, and it's not to be like, oh my God, you know, sometimes I'm down and I feel crap because I'm not all balanced all the time 24/7. You don't have to be. Just take time out for yourself. Stop looking at other people thinking, oh my God, because that's when you start worrying about stuff. And don't listen to other people. Don't even listen to me. Listen to yourself. Yourself knows what to do. Yourself knows what you love. Don't listen to people who say, know thyself and all that. You know yourself. You know what you really love at the end of the day. You know what's bad and wrong at the end, good and bad at the end of the day. Yeah, the dating app. Yeah, exactly, playing a dating app. Veronica was saying on her channel, she knows people who, 12-year-olds have been going on Tinder. What? They've been dating men. Men out there, you know how young these girls are. Like, just like she said, they put makeup on, but you can tell a young girl's body, a young girl. I know they put makeup on, but you know. That's what they want them doing. That's why they use, I've said this before, we've all done it. That's why they be using Instagram, Facebook. You're putting pictures of your kids on there. Young girls are taking pictures of themselves in hardly wearing anything because the celebrities do it. They use it as a catalogue. All the pedos out there, they use it as a catalogue. But people are still putting pictures of the kids up there. That's how they're collecting that sort of information as well, that people don't realise. You know, just saying. Life is about being the true you without the brain. Exactly. So I was getting very caught up in the, oh my God, do I feel like a bad person when I'm getting a bit passive aggressive? But I've always been like that. I've always been a bit, oh, if I really believe in something, I'm like, oh my God. So, but now I'm just thinking, Dolly, chill out. You are you, but your essence is where I'm coming from. What I want for humanity is not bad at all. Yes, I'm trying to work on myself. We all are. No one's perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. We're meant to navigate around these energies and work it out all the time. I have Facebook and that because I don't use it for what I used to use it, like what everyone else uses it for now. I just use it for other stuff, and I might go back on and put a well woman thing on there, but men can go on there now, pumping out positivity, because you don't have to use it the way they use it. You use it the way you want to use it, you know, if you know what I'm saying. So you don't have to be doing all the what everybody else does. You can use it to throw out affirmations, use it against them. You know what I'm saying? They're probably bloody shadow ban you and all that, but you know, yeah, Facebook is one of the elite. Facebook is, Twitter is, they all are, but we're using it against them. Twitter's really good, actually. Yeah, well, I went on dating sites and I'm starting to see what they are, and you get a lot of narcissistic people on there. And it's not just men, it's women as well. I didn't time you out. Someone might have done, I didn't time you out, so, you know. So, maybe he said something, I don't know. But yeah, so it's like I said, I didn't time you out, but sometimes people do get chucked out. Because like I said, it's all about energies. If you bring in a negative energy, you'll get chucked out, because I don't stand for it. It's all about energy. But, you know, I just use it for local buy and sell. Yeah. So what it is, it's about being aware. So even if you use it because you're using it for a business or whatever, because people do, it's just about being aware what you're putting up. That's what it is. And not looking at all the stuff that goes on there, because there's a lot of stuff that go on there, like fake news that they'll put in there, like, oh, someone's done something, look what these have done on it, and a lot of it's bullshit to get you to react about race on race or whatever it is. We all know that. Well, not a lot of people do know it, but that's what it is. Yeah, it's not saying don't use Facebook because some people got deleted it, but I went back on it because I want to use it for, you know, stuff I do in that. It's how you use it. As long as you're aware. So, people put pictures. It's like Veronica said, she don't always put pictures of her kids up because people have been using going onto people's things and using it, looking at your kids when, they've hardly got any clothes on, little babies, and they like babies as well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you've got to be aware of it. Don't sit there thinking it doesn't happen, it does. And all that stuff you might have heard about in the past about Pizzagate and all that, it's true. But people just don't. This is the thing with people don't want to know. They won't research, they can't be asked. They don't want to hear it. Well, tough, because you're going to hear it. And you need to strengthen up a little bit. Well, you're back in now anyway, so it doesn't matter. Well, you have to be aware that we're all Trump supporters in this chat, so you have to be very careful with the Trumpster, but it's okay. Oh yeah, so before I go, I don't even know if I've got through everything. Just let me have a look. JFK Jr. Beacon of Light. So, what did I do? Blah, 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 blah. I'll just check through my notes that I can't even read. Oh, you said about America, there you go. Don't slag America off, because America's helping. All different sensor power strengths. It's like I said, if you don't like the radio station, go and tune in somewhere else. There's a lot of Americans in here, so be careful what you say. Yeah, I've talked about this fixed energies, like Veronica said, you've got like the fear and the love, the negative and the positive. It's about, like I said before, it's about transmuting. It's about navigating these energies, learning about these energies that come in monthly, yearly, daily, and using them. If it's coming in a low one, chill out and stuff like that. But I'm going to start be doing chats on this yet again, as I did a few years ago when I did Witchy Ways, which was sort of talking about all that stuff then. Sleeping Giant is wide awake in America. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, just to throw it out there. Mount Rushmore. Now, we're hoping it's what we think it is. But anyway, we will be celebrating Independence Day for the world. Now, Trump came to the UK, as we know. Well, we're not going on about it now. You know what? I know a lot of us are on to Q and stuff, and we know about certain things going on in the background. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about that now. When Trump came over, we know about all the stuff, so I'm not going to go on about it. But when he went to Normandy and did the speech, yeah, we know about FEMA camps. It's not happening anymore. He went to don't get lost in the New World Order shit because it's crap. It's not happening. That's fear mongering, by the way. And it's not even about politics, though. It's what's happening behind the scenes that some people don't understand. He went to Normandy to do, the D-Day thing, and Macron was there, and he was like, I didn't even clock this. Someone put it in chat, and I had to go and look, and I thought, oh my God, I didn't even clock it. I was so concentrating on what Trump was saying, because we know we get them hidden little codes and stuff. But mainstream media won't tell you that, obviously, lamestream media. So someone told me, did you see he was in the background? Now, I know I'm normally looking in the background, but I didn't even think. Now, this was the funniest thing ever. I've got the picture. There was a guy in a blanket. Oh my God. When I went back and watched it, I could not stop laughing. How I did not see that person. Now, some people will go, oh, it's just somebody who was old, who was wrapped in a blanket because he was cold. Really? Do you know how they play the game? Where's Wally? Where's Waldo? Really? Well, you can think that. Whatever. Who would sit there on a D-Day speech, which you probably think was quite disrespectful? My God, this is hilarious. Let me find this picture. With a blanket wrapped round the head, right? Let me find. Oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing. Right behind Trump, as they say, I know that you can't see properly. The truth is behind you, right? Wrapped in a blanket over his head so you couldn't see his face properly, right? He had grey hair and the hairline was thick. JFK Jr. now has got grey hair. I could not stop laughing. You can tell it's him. Also, if you're not thinking, oh yeah, whatever, Trump tweeted out as well. Listen to what I'm saying. To the men who sit behind me, this was at the D-Day speech. Why is it racist? Do you want a taxi? That'd be pathetic. To the men who sit behind me, to the boys who rest in the field before me, your example will never grow old. Yeah, get the trolls out. Not interested in people in a lower frequency. Right, listen again, because this is hilarious. To the men who sit behind me, this is Donald Trump, and to the boys who rest in the field before me, your example will never grow old. Get ready for this bit. Your legend will never tire. Your spirit, brave, unyielding, and true, will, in capital letters, never die. Who never died? Your legend will never tire, and your spirit, brave, unyielding, and true, never die. Mount Rushmore's going to be big this year. Just saying, that matched up to that. To the men who sit behind me. Yeah, anyone get what I'm saying? Oh God, that black. You go and watch the video if you can find it. It was hilarious. You want to see Trump doing the old poker face to Prince Charles? People go, oh, he said that he loved the Queen, and he said that he loved Boris Johnson. No, he doesn't. He's just playing the game on camera. It's called trolling. The biggest troller ever. Are you ready? Yes, Prince Charles. I see you. You know I know. Keep watching out for the stories in the royal family because you're going to laugh your head off. They're putting it all out there now. Let me see if there's anything else that I took a picture of. It was an awesome speech. It was. And when the planes went over, a big one came across and I was thinking, oh yeah? Who flew a plane? Who flew a plane? Oh, there's this one about Prince Charles as well. It's just all this stuff meaning they'll end up, everyone not liking him. Royal shock. Prince Charles sells cruel teddy bears made from savage goats' wool at a shop. Really? What else? What else? Hillary Clinton announces death of the younger brother, but she did say missing. Hillary Clinton. Another one, is it? What else? Another death of a former elected official. There's loads of people been turning up dead. They've called it murder-suicide. What? How can it be murder-suicide? Oh, Italy. Woohoo! Phew! Italy. Yeah, Trump is playing them own game. This is what people don't understand. They go, he said he loves the Queen and it's like he's playing them at their own game on mainstream media because he knows they're not going to report the truth. So he just goes, yeah, I love the Queen, yeah. You know what I mean? Playing them at their own game. It's hilarious watching it. That's why Keith says sit back with the popcorn and watch the show. We've already won. They're all going, oh, what do we do? Oh, we've got to put all this bullshit out. Oh, we've got to put a false flag over. Everybody look over here. Look what's going on over there. What's he said about NASA and Mars? He's trolling the NASA now, as we know. 5 years, I bet he'll come under that because he always comes under. So people have got to understand, he's not saying he loves the royal family. He's playing them at their own game. Could you not see the faces? It was hilarious. Hilarious. It was so funny. By the way, another one will show out there, just in case some people miss this one, because they're not looking, is they're going on about Princess Diana at the minute. Let's have a look now. What some people might have missed is, if I can find it, the lovely Melania did a bit of trolling herself. Are you ready for this? Can you imagine if you saw this, you'd shit yourself. So, Melania. Princess Diana wore a red dress. Funny that. Similar to the one that Melania's wearing, isn't it? If I can get the picture up bigger. Funny that, isn't it? Long sleeves, long sleeves. Hers is off the shoulder, isn't it? It's the same sort of dress. When they came over, I bet they were like, shit. It's either she's alive or we know what happened to Diana, as most of us know. And then the next day, the lovely, gorgeous Melania wore this. Does it look a bit familiar? It's not a coincidence, people. Let's play them at their own game. She's trolling very silently. You've got Trump, the foghorn. He'll say it as it is. People get offended because you're all mad. Melania does it quietly. Hi, Rachel Pixie, not seen you for ages. Melania does it quietly. Yeah, we know. It's not a coincidence. It's called a bit of trolling in the air, playing their own game, but playing it their way. You don't have to be nasty and violent about it, like that side is. They're just like quietly like, we know, we've got everything, because they have got everything. And they're leaving Israel for last, as Q said. You know, so, hey. Netflix series, make this one, Trump. Yep, they said it'll be the greatest story ever told. It's a narrative they portray. Yeah, they do portray a narrative. The lamestream media portray their narrative only. That's why when people who say they don't watch the news regurgitate, they hate Trump and this, that, and the other, is because they're not looking. They're listening to lamestream media. Why does every channel hate Trump? And nearly every celebrity. Oh, I can't think why. Because he went against the cabal. Yeah, he was up there, but he didn't cross the line. He saw what was going on. He didn't cross it. That's why Q says they've crossed the line. Connecting the dots. Let's connect the dots. Just saying. So what I did want to say again is the energies above, as above, so below. What you send out, what's inside what you send out comes back to you. The energies above affect us here. We've got to learn to know what planetary energies are coming in. Don't forget, they've trapped some of them. Saturn was used. Saturn, they harvest the energy of Saturn for them. So the dark side and the light side, let's call it. You've got the dark magic and the white magic. So don't get scared off by witches. There's a dark side. That's why they always pump out about stuff about, oh, Hillary the witch. Yeah, she's on dark side. We all know that. If you look into the Clintons, if you've actually done any research, you'll realise that they went to other places in Africa or wherever it was, and they went to witch doctors, but they went to the dark ones that do the sacrificing of stuff that goes on over there. But there is other magic, and it's light magic, with good intentions. It's all what your intentions are. All you're doing is harvesting the energy that's there for everyone, and you're bringing it in, and you're putting your intentions on it. Now, what intentions are you going to put on it? But what I'm saying is, it works off us, like the days of the week, 7 days of the week, line up to the planets. If you go and look in what Monday means, Tuesday actually is Saturday. You've got Saturn and all that match up with. Why do they? Because it's the energies. So this is why I'm saying, I will say this again, when you're feeling low, it's because the energies are, pulling back again, and you're feeling, you've just got to learn to chill out. So when people have come on my channel saying, oh, I'm feeling this and feeling, just chill out. Your body's telling you to do the same as what it is. You either transmute it, use it, especially when it's high and it's good, and or just navigate around it. That's what people going about the moon. The energies of the moon are very powerful. They have been using it and harvesting it. It's back to ours now. So that's why when the moon is a full moon, it's most potent. If you want to put a good intention out there for humanity or manifesting something good, and it's not all about you, it's about others as well, you do it then. And then it goes out, and then the energy started to go again. And then when you know it's coming back in again, you can think, this time round I'm going to do this. This is why this is a really good diary. I've had it for a bit and keep forgetting about it. Called 2019 Astrology. Astrology is big. This is what they try and keep you away from. The Northern Hemisphere. It's called Plan Your Year with your stars. That's what we're supposed to do. Your star chart tells you everything to know about yourself. That's what I'm saying. If you have a star chart and you're supposed to your death's on there at a certain age. They're taking you out before that. Yeah, drink pure water. Yeah, I drink distilled. But I think it will go back to pure again when they get rid of all this fluoride crap. But it's called, you can still get it now. I know it's a bit late. Patsy Bennett, and it looks like this. There's the centre. Woo, flat earth. But it's good because it's like a little diary, so you can write down what you're doing on that day. It gives you all when the moon's coming in and all about the planets that are coming in. It'll give you little things. Like I said, today is the sun opposite Jupiter. You may feel restless or undecided. Allow reason to triumph over emotions in business, but let passions reign in love and art. Tomorrow it's the moon enters Libra, so you don't have to know. You can get a book and know bits and bobs. Wednesday is Mars conjunct the moon's north node. Someone special may come into your attention. Avoid acting impulsively. I'll just do Thursday. Yeah. Venus semi, it's a sextile. Uranus, sorry. A healing or put it this way, right? On Thursday the 13th, a healing or therapeutic event may come from out of the blue, may be out of the ordinary. A good day to mend bridges. So mend bridges, if you fell out with someone, you could mend them bridges. You could mend bridges within you. You're feeling a bit, like it says, healing's in a lot, healing's in forgiving, healing's in a lot. Or maybe on a Thursday, people, have a nice warm bath, put some rose petals in it because roses are high in frequency. Have time for yourself, to heal yourself, to think about things and let them go. Yeah, within yourself too. Yeah, to let things go because it's about the flow. You can think about things, but you let it go, let it flow away. The more you think upon something all the time, you bring in that cycling all the time. It's called cutting the circle, cutting the cycle, getting rid of them ancestral sort of traumas and things that have held you in a place all the time. It's about, and this is what I'm going to be talking about more. Like if I've got an idea of maybe what I've been doing. I've done that before when I've had crystals around my bath. I've had rose petals in, I've put rose water in and all that stuff. You have to make time for yourself. Like Veronica said, and I've said before, she said one of them today, to help your family and the people you love, you have to be well in yourself first. Otherwise, you can't do it for the others. So you do have to fix yourself first. Then you can start fixing the people around you. If you're not fixed, how can you do it? Yes, we do need more talk, I see, and this is what I've always said on my channel, no matter what I've been talking about, no matter if people think it's batshit crazy, right from the day dot when I started my channel, not really knowing what I was doing, I have always talked about positivity and always said we need more positivity in the world, we need more news of people. I saw a guy today, some guys in America helping an owl, sorry I've got incense on, an owl that got stuck in a football net. We're sick of seeing all this shit. We want positive channels with positivity. The more people see people doing positive things, the more it will flow. Yeah, because that's how they got us. The more people were doing negative things and plastering it all over Facebook of people battering each other and everyone's going, oh yeah, look at this, because you want to look at it because you're nosy, but you consent into the violence. We need more positivity. And I've always said that. So when people say know yourself, I do know myself. I've been doing it right from the beginning. Yeah, I get a bit triggered now and again, don't we all? It's a very triggering place to be at the minute because people don't understand what's going on. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. So that would be good for Thursday. Friday, you may be led by your passions. You may be asked to stick to certain rules. You may be asked. Sunday, Mercury trining Neptune, Mercury opposite Saturn, Jupiter square Neptune. Neptune's my whatchamacallit, can't even think what it's called because I'm a Pisces. You may be adventurous and bold, but certain boundaries may prevent you from moving forward. You can succeed through research and by being practical. See, there's that thing again, adventures and bold, but certain boundaries may prevent you from moving forward. Cut them. If it's something you've always wanted to do, but you're worried about something, it's always kept you from not flowing, just do it. You think about it too much, you're not going to do it. anger is sacred. Well, it's like all this thing they're going about emotions. Well, we do go off our emotions because we're human as well. So when you get people out there going, don't think your emotion. Yeah, you do have to look at it to see like what's getting me in that emotion. But we are part of that as well. And that's where there's that thing that people get mixed up in, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. Jesus apparently flipped a table over. So then people who think he was all walking around like, yeah, you would have got angry. You do get angry when you're trying to be positive and people are trying to bring you down. That's what happens to me. I'm not having it. I've been repressed in the past. So yes, I do have a bit of a problem that I've got to work around because I'm not being suppressed. That's what they're doing now. But I've been suppressed in relationships. So I will speak out because the woman has been suppressed. That divine, yeah, gaslighting, that divine feminine is back now. And we're merging with the divine male. So women and men need to get merging together again instead of pushing each other away because that's what they've been doing with the whole man hating thing. Men are hating women, women are hating men. No, no, we need each other. They're separating everything they can separate. That is what they've done. We are bringing it back together. We, the people. So people out there going about Trump's not the saviour. No, but they're helping. But we, the people of this realm, are going to do it. It's for we, the people. Yeah, that is why they're pushing transgender. They're pushing every community going, and people in them communities don't even realise they're being used. They're pushing it. Race, gender, and religion. You only have to go and watch Q, the Plan to Save the World by Storm Ponners, Joe Maspose, and you see it. It's, I mean... And then the other day, me and Roxanne, the Globalist, and I were watching Capricorn 1. Please go and watch Capricorn 1 about the moon landings. It was brilliant, a really old film. And then SCOTUS goes and puts it on about the moon and bits of that film was in it. I was like, no way, the next day was what I was taught. We were watching it, it was like, oh my God. Like, it just tells you there about all the lies in that film, as we all know. They're already trying to do transhuman. They've already had someone on Facebook today saying that they're an alien. It was a girl, but it was a boy, but I thought... it was like it's that thing that people think it's trending. They start doing it's all to give you a mind fuck, so you don't know who you are really, you don't know what you're doing, you're disconnected from source. They want you disconnected from source because they're Lucifer. They hate source, they hate us, they hate the human soul because we are stronger than them. They try to disconnect everything. It's all about disconnection. That's why they throw the porn out there all over, and it's more and more and more because they want men going off with sex dolls, and so you're all apart, so no one's procreating, no one's doing nothing, are they? You're disconnecting. Sex is a very high energy, but they don't want you being in love. They want you being in lust, and there's a difference. But people who watch too much of all that and don't understand what's going on because they're lusting after something, that's why your relationships aren't working. Just saying, hijacking the truth and light. Exactly. I've said that. They hijacked, like I said before ago, we came to play this game. Some people see it as that. Some people see it as all different things. It's the same thing. But if we came to play this game as a spiritual being, our spiritual higher self, coming in here because this is how we sense things, touch things in this meat flesh suit, Yeah. And entities come with certain things. Is if we came to play the game here, to experience the physical, so we can do stuff, touch stuff, this, that, and the other, and manifest things here. How can you do it if you've been hijacked? They did it to keep us trapped here. People got about slave, this, that, and the other. Yeah, they keep it to be trapped and keep going around because they don't want us doing what we came here to do because they feed off the energy. So the more negative energy and the more down we are, the more they feed off it. That's why Q said, once all this comes out, the light shines, they will be eradicated off the earth. They can't survive. People might think that's batshit crazy. They can't. You will get attacked by certain things. You will feel crap some days. That's like an attacking on that side of things. You've just got to lift up. But I was trying to say to someone the other day, there's a huge business in getting Western guys to go Asian prostitute. Yeah, it's all out there. They're pushing it all the time. Some men out there think it's great. No, it's not. You do not understand what's going on. You do not understand what's going on. Truth marches on the ego. Yeah, people don't understand, the dating sites they put out there, all the stuff, I went on dating sites ages ago. You part of that when you start seeing things, you're like, oh my God, yeah, it really makes sense. It make you feel crap. It made you feel like this. They want you feeling like that. They want you being disconnected. Who the hell thinks that's a good idea, that you're not disconnected to an actual person and you want to be connected to a plastic doll? Because men are saying, oh, well, women are this, women are that. All women aren't that and all men aren't that. There's a lot of good women out there that want good men. We're not all, it's just those who are asleep and think this is trendy and this is really good. You're being used and you don't understand. So like I'm saying, before I go, because my battery's about to go, keep the frequency up. You go down, it's okay. Rest. It's what it's all about. You're feeling shit. Go and watch somebody who's good. Do things that you did when you were a child. Remember what you did, what you loved. It's about remembering. And just keep at it. That's what we've got to keep doing. We have won. It's manifesting here. That's why they're all going batshit crazy. If you don't think it's about shit, come again at some point this week. It's going to go. Yeah. So love and light, and I'll see you soon.